Very good evening. Today we are going to discuss about another important area, that is national seed quality regulatory systems. So under national seed quality regulatory systems, we have a three wing. One is a seed certification wing, another one is a seed testing wing, the third one is the seed law enforcement wing. So that seed certification agency, they are responsible for monitoring the quality of the seeds in the field level, whereas that seed testing wing, they are responsible for assessing the quality of the seeds produced through the seed certification program. And the third wing is a seed law enforcement wing. They will monitor the quality of the seeds sold in the market. So today we are going to discuss about that seed certification agency. So and regarding that seed certification agency, so it's a legally governed systems. They are responsible for production and distribution of the quality seeds in notified kind or variety with assured quality. That is assured quality like physical purity, genetic purity, then germination must be there. So seed certification is a legally governed systems. So that seed certification agency and all, we were created as per the provisions available in the Seed Act and Seed Rule. So before getting into that seed certification agency and their role, so I wanted to give you some information regarding that history of that seed certification program. So if you talk about that seed certification systems, we have to remember that Swedish workers, because they are the pioneer. They only realize the importance of the maintenance of the purity of the crops. Actually, in 1800, the Swedish workers, they went for that field inspection. At the time only they recorded that some of the crops having that disease, some of them are free of disease. So after that they harvested the material, and that material consists of the disease attacked one and disease free one. So after seeing that material only, they realized that the importance of maintenance of the purity of the material. Slowly they started to work on that, and the year 1919, the scientists of the USA and Canada met in Chicago and Illinois, mainly to discuss about this the crop purity maintenance, all those things. So at the time only they started that association is called International Crop Improvement Association. That particular association is mainly work on the field inspection with reference to maintenance of the purity of the material. And then later the name of that International Crop Improvement Association was changed to Association of Official Seed Certification Agency, that is AOSCA. So that AOSCA and all we were discussed in the seed movement at international level, because this one also a certifying agency. So whatever that certificate obtained from that AOSCA program, that seed material also eligible to for export to other countries also. So that AOSCA, they are the base with reference to that modern day seed certification program is concerned. With reference to India in seed certification history, we were started that National Seed Corporation March 1963, mainly for the purpose of production and distribution of the quality seeds to the farming community. So after this NSC the formation and started to work, at the time only we were realized the importance of the that seed quality maintenance. So in continuation, based on the experience gained that National Seed Corporation operations, Government of India, they enacted that Seed Act 1966 and Seed Rule 1969. So based on the provisions available in the Seed Act and Seed Rule, that the Government of India as well as all the state governments started to form a seed certification agency. In that line, the first state seed certification agency was established in Maharashtra as a part of the Department of Agriculture in 1970, whereas in 1974, Karnataka was the first state to establish seed certification agency as an autonomous body. It's not a part of the Department of Agriculture, the autonomous body. So after that, all the states started to have their own seed certification systems. As on date, we have 22 states in the country have their own seed certification agency established under the Seed Act 1966. but latest data they says that almost 25 states have the seed certification agency. So this in short history about that seed certification programs. So now we are going to discuss about that functions of the seed certification and the members of the central seed certification board, all those things. So all these items already were discussed in the Seed Act 1966, but anyhow I wanted to recollect all those informations. So that seed certification agency that was constituted as per the provision available in the section 8 of the Indian Seed Act 1966. So that section 8 mainly deal about the constituting a certification agency for undertaking the process of seed certification in India. So as per the provisions available in the section number 8, the state government are empowered to establish a certification agency in consultation with the central government for the state to carry out the function entrusted to the certification agency under this particular act. The same act was the section of this particular act was amended during the year 1972, 9th September. At the time only they included some new classes starting from 8A to 8E, 5 number of things they added. In that one of the things is establishment of the central certification board. So initially they insisted only that the formation of that state seed certification board. After through amendment they incorporated that formulation of that central seed certification board as per 8A1, and that central seed government shall establish central seed certification board mainly to advise the central government and the state government all matter relating to the certification and the coordination of the functions of the agency. So that is a 8A. Then 8A2 that mainly deal about that the members of the central seed certification board. So as per these particular 8A2, the chairman to be nominated by the central government. Apart from chairman, 4 members to be nominated by the Government of India from the person employed by the state government as Director of Agriculture. They are alone eligible to become a member of this one. Then other than that, 3 members to be again nominated by the Government of India. The eligibility is the person should work in the Agriculture University as a Director of Research. And then another 13%, again this one also nominated by the Government of India. Out of these 13%, not less than 4% shall be representative of the seed producer or tradesman. So this is a constitution, that is a member composition of the seed certification board. So this is all available in the section number 8A2 of the Seed Act 1966. Then 8A3 that mainly deal about that the tenure of the members. So as per that provisions, and that members they can hold office for about 2 years from the date of his nominations. Then 8B that is deal about that the other committees. If at all that central seed certification board they wanted to have some other committee, subcommittee, some other committee, means they are empowered to form a committees. And 8C, no presiding of the board or any committee thereof shall become invalid. That also official matter. And then 8D that is a procedures for a board. So that board they can make a bylaws for the purpose of regulating its own procedures and procedures of the any committee. So that is things also there, that the power also given to this particular committee. And then 8E, the central government obviously they have to provide they have to appoint a person as a secretary for the board, and apart from that they have to give a technical and other staffs also. So these are all the things that are available in the 8E of the Seed Act. And then these are all the things with reference to establishment of the state seed certification board and central seed certification board and their power and everything is there in the section 8. Similarly, that section 9 of the Indian Seed Act 1966 that mainly give details regarding that grant of certificate by the certification agency. That is a power of certification agency to recommend notification of suitable variety and grant of notification certificate provided the seed meets the minimum limits of the germination purity. So this is mainly with reference to grant of the certificate by the certification agency. So the related matters are included in this particular section. So this particular section also amendmented and 3 subsections were added. So small correction and all they made it. So the prescribed standard like that they added again. If he made it on a prescribed standard means again there is a chance for misuse of that one. So in order to block that one, the two they included, provided that such standards shall not be lower than the minimum limits of germination and purity specified under the class A of section 6, like that they made it. So I am little bit rushing this particular area because I explained all these items already when we were discussed about that SEED Act 1966. I hope you people will understand and able to follow this one. So section number 9 of SEED Act that mainly deal about the grant of certificate by the certification agency. Then section 10 of Indian SEED Act, that is empowerment of the certification agency with reference to revocation of the certificate. But all after getting that certificate, the person not fulfilling the certification things at the time that agency empowered to revoke that certificate, so that things are all available in section number 10. So based on the section number 8, 9 and 10, we were established a Pakka Seed Certification Agency in India as well as the state level also. After establishment, each and every agency must be given with some rules. As per that rule only they can work. So that rules are all available in SEED Rule 1968, particularly the part number 4. That is mainly related to that functions of the seed certification agency, that rule number 6 and part number 4 of Indian SEED Rule 1968, that give the various functions of the certification agency. So what are the things they have to do? So in that outlining the procedure for submission of the applications and procedure for growing of the seed crop, harvesting of the crop, and procedure for processing, storage of seeds intended for seed certification. And also they are insisting that the seed certification agency need to recognize nucleus seed breeders, and that list of nucleus seed breeders need to be maintained, and inspection of seed production field, how they have to do that inspection, and what are the things they have to record in seed processing plant on seed storage, and what are the modalities they have to follow with reference to grant of certificates. Everything is there in the part number 4 of the SEED Rule 1968. Then part number 6, and that give the things regarding the requirement of the certifications. So for getting certifications or for production of the certified seeds, what are the things that person need to fulfill? So that under available rule number 13 to 14. So as per these particular part 6 of the seed rule, 3 classes of seeds were identified for certification purpose. So those seed materials are foundation seeds, registered seeds, and certified seeds. Each class shall meet the specific standard. So the specific standard, everything is available in this particular part of the seed rule. And certification agency has a discretion of producing certified seed from certified seeds, provided that any cost that things should not exceed the 3 generation. That is beyond foundation seed stage 1, then we can go for CS1 and CS2. That's all. So at any cost that should not exceed the 3 generation, and all the cases we have to maintain the purity. There won't be any compromise. Then part 7 of the seed rule, that is a rule number 15 to 17, that give the information regarding that applications for the grant of the certificate and how much they have to pay as a fee for registering their field for certification program, and the certificate and everything is there. So the application forms, that the following things that applicant need to be furnished: the name and details of the applicant, and name of the seed to be certified, and class and source of the seeds, germination purity and mark on label informations. Along with the application, they have to make a payment of 25 rupees also. So the several things are available in part number 7 of the SEED Rule 1968. So the same part number 7, so that different phases of the seed certification and operations also given. So these are all the different phases of the seed certification program. The first one is the receipt and scrutiny of the application, then verification of the seed source, then field inspection by the certification wing, and then supervision of the post harvest stages, that is monitoring of the processing operation and packing and taking of the sample. Taken sample should be submitted for seed quality parameter analysis, and then based on the seed quality analysis report, then grant of certificate and the issue of the certification tag will be given. So these are all things are there in the part number 7 of the seed rule. So these are all the different phases of the seed certifications. So regarding that application for seed production, that concerned person, in order to register that field, they have to submit a seed sowing report to the assistant director of seed certifications. So, and also at the time of submission of the sowing report, they have to make 25 rupees as a registration fee. Apart from that, for a field inspection purpose also, they have to make a payment of 30 rupees per inspection in Tamil Nadu. So this suppose the crop need to be inspected 3 times, means 90 rupees they have to make a payment in addition to the 25 rupees. So that certification, that inspection charge will vary from crops to crop. That 25 rupees fees for single crop variety for an area up to 25 acres for a single season. Then along with the fee, the that certification tag, that is a source seed certification tag, also need to be enclosed. Say example, the person interested to produce that foundation seed, means they have to use breeder seed as a source seeds. So at the time of filing and their application for registration purpose, along with that application, they have to enclose that breeder seed. If it is a person interested to produce certified seed, means so they have to enclose that white color tag. So several things. Then separate sowing report also sometimes they have to submit, and separate application also they have to make it for registration purpose under certain conditions. Those conditions are, suppose that farmer having different crop varieties, different class of seeds and different stages of growth, means at the time for each and every variety they have to submit a separate application, they have to make a separate payment also, and all those cases they have to make a separate sowing report also. And then suppose that a field is separated by more than 50 meter, means in that case also they have to submit a two sowing report. And sowing and planting dates of the crop also differ more than 7 days, mean that time also they have to make a separate sowing report. Suppose the seed farm area exceed 25 acres, means under that condition also they have to make a separate report. And then sowing report should reach the concerned ADA seed certification within 34 days from the date of sowing or 15 days before flowering, whichever is earlier, that is applicable. Whereas in the case of transplanted crop, the sowing report should be sent 15 days before flowering. Here there won't be any provision within 35 days from the date of sowing and all. So transplanted crop, the sowing report should be sent 15 days before flowering. So this is a sample form of the sowing report. So now everything is online, no need to do that any hard copies, so directly you can enter all these data in the online. So anyhow, I wanted to show you that samples form of the sowing report. So and then second thing is the registration of the sowing report. So they have to submit everything to the assistant director of seed certification. So they will verify all the informations. After that they will assign that seed certification seed field registration number. At the time of assigning that number itself, they will assign that SCO, seed certification officers, responsible for taking care of your field inspection, all those things. And then the third part is a field inspection. So the main purpose of that field inspection is to ensure genetic and physical health of the seeds in the field level. So for that purpose, that SCO, seed certification officer, actually AO designated as SCO, he is in charge, responsible for field inspection and monitoring of the field standard. And he will visit the field, and the number of inspection will vary from crops to crops. That is mainly based on the pollination behavior of the crop. If it is a self-pollinator crops, number of inspection may be of two. If it is a cross-pollinator crop, that inspection will be of 3 or 4. If it is hybrid, in that case, in that 4 number of inspection. Generally, the seed field is inspected 4 times, normally flowering stage, post flowering or free harvest stage, and at the time of the harvest time. So this under the number of inspection will vary from crops to crop. That is mainly based on the pollination behavior of the crops. And then rejection of the seed field. Sometimes that field also get rejected from the seed certification program due to the following reasons. when the size of the seed form exceed the registered size. Say example, at the time of registration application, the applicant may made it 25 acres, but if originally if it is 26 acres, means that will be rejected. So whatever that available in the application, the same area should be under the seed production program. Then only they will permit to continue that seed operation, or otherwise the first inspection will be itself they will reject that one. And the farmer may submit an application for cultivation of the seed crop in their field, but originally there won't be any crop in the field, means at the time also that field is rejected. And drying of the seed forms due to water scarcity, if at all the crops are dry due to drought, that time also that field will be rejected. And inability to carry out the minimum number of field inspection. First inspection may be over, and the second inspection at the time if at all any problem means, so at the time also that field will be rejected. Lodging of the crops, 1/3 of the seed form crop get lodged, means that crop also get rejected. Particularly this kind of problem are encountered in the paddy, so at the time of flowering the crop will be lodged. Once the crop is lodged, means that will be given with the LFR, liable for rejections. And then seed crop may be affected by the blight or very poor crop management, so under that condition also that field is liable for rejection. And sometimes that farmers not permitting that seed certification officer to take up that field inspection, so under that case also that field will be rejected from the seed certification program. And then once that field inspection everything is over, then crop will be harvested, and then that crop material and that seed material should be processed in the approved seed processing unit. And also that seed material reaches the approved processing unit along with the processing report. That report is given by the ADS seed certification. And the SU also visit that seed processing unit and check the possibility of the mechanical admission. So all those things I have to check, and then after ensuring that cleanliness of the processing unit, they can permit them to go for the seed processing. And if it is a paddy crops, at the time of processing, that SUO they will conduct that flow test. So they will take that some quantity of the 400 number of the processed paddy seed that should be put it into water, and how many number of floats are there, all those things they will be verified. And then that material should be processed within 3 months from the date of the last inspection. In case of a delay in processing, permission should be obtained from the Assistant Director of Seed Certifications. And then once that processing is over, that lot should be material should be assigned with the seed lot number. And then processing label must be given. So label that consists of the serial number, kind, variety, class of seeds, lot number, date of sampling, quantity in kgs, number of bag, and all those things that and say signature of the SEO also very important. So this application form with reference to getting that PR processing report. And then once that processing everything is over, that SEO they will take the sample, and that taken sample will be submitted to the seed testing laboratory. As a charge of the seed analysis purpose, they will charge 30 rupees for germination, moisture content, physical purity analysis. For checking that genetic purity, that GOT need to be conducted. So for GOT purpose, we have to make a payment of 200 rupees. Then once that everything is over, then we have to purchase that tag also. If it is a foundation seed mean white color thing, we have to purchase. If it is a certified, we have to purchase a blue color tag. So for a white color thing, we have to make a payment of 3 rupees per tag, and for blue color 2 rupees per tag. And then finally grant up certificates, so that tagging should be done within 2 months from the date of the result of the seed analysis report, or within 30 days from the date of the genetic purity test. So that is the thing we have to follow. Apart from the tag, so that seed material must be given with that producer label also, that is a green color, the size is 10 to 15 centimeter size. That also need to be enclosed, so that tag as well as label should be stitched outside the bag. So that is very, very important. And the tagging has not been done within the specific time limit. Suppose they are not done that within that specified time limit of within 2 months from the date of the receipt of the seed analysis report, or within the 30 days from the date of the genetic purity test performed means, and they have to request that ADA seed certification. The ADA seed certification will take a sample, again that will be verified. So then they will go for that tagging. So at the time the validity of the seed lot will be fixed from the initial date of seed analysis. So that is the thing they have to follow. Again, that delayed tagging, under this case they have to make rupees 50 as a fine, and for the sample also analyzed, for that also they have to make a payment of another 30 rupees. So this and all for delayed tagging. So the several things, everything is available in the part number 7 of the seed rule. And the same part that what are the things need to be furnished in the certificate, that also there. So in the certificate, that should consist of that name and address of the certification agency, name of the variety, lot number, name and address of the producers, date of issue of certificate and its validity, then appropriate sign and signed by the designated certification officers, and that color of the tag shall be white for foundation and purple for registered and blue color for certified seeds. So all these informations are available in the part 7 of the seed rule. So these are all the things with reference to that seed certification agency. So that seed certification agency, they are working for regulation of the seed quality in the field level. So each and every district one ADA seed certification. Under ADA seed certification, AOs are there. AOs are responsible for carrying out that field inspection. AOs are designated as a seed certification officer. So they will inspect the field, and if everything is okay, they will continue that program, or otherwise they will issue that LFR, liable for rejection. So when the LFR is given, whatever that material is harvested from that field, that will be used only for that grain purpose, not for seed purpose. So these are all the things with reference to that seed certification agency. So in the next class we are going to discuss about that seed testing laboratories. Thank you.